So we're just a few days away from a really, really shit card. Okay. I just want to say a baseline that this card is shit, man. Shit, bro. Shitty. Like, this card's not good. All right. I want to just go over how shit I think this card is before I actually tell you about the matchups and my predictions and stuff. But this is objectively a very shaky, very current UFC 2026 like card because this shit sucks, man. All fucking all main event and nothing else, right? We've had some cards this year that are the opposite, that are like all prelim and main card, no main event. Conor McGregor card, perfect example. We literally didn't get a main event. And so, I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Respectfully, what are we doing? This is the state of the UFC, and this is the way it's going to be. Like, apparently, that's just how it is now. Paramount Plus, no, no, no. You don't get any good you don't get any good matchups. It's over. It's cooked. Let's go through this card, right? Charles Johnson. Shout out Charles Johnson. I like Charles Johnson. He's cool. He beat Van, which is crazy. He's been on a loss streak, but Dante Johnson, I've actually had my eye on Dante Johnson for a little bit now. I've been watching him. I think he's a big prospect coming up. I just want to say that. Dante Johnson's legit. He's got crazy power, crazy pop, but I mean, he's still got holes. I think he's 8-0 now, 9-0. He stepped in on short notice and he fought, oh, can I remember? It's the guy who got KO'd by Robbie Lawler in Robbie's final fight. I don't remember what the fuck his name is though. Brundage, that's who it is. Yeah. So I mean, not terrible. Bo Nickel's got a win over him. That's apparently credible. So, but yeah, I don't know much about Eric McConico. I don't know too much about him. It looks like he's got a couple good wins. Yeah, here and there. Also another Cody Brundage. Okay. Everybody's just got to win over Cody Brundage. Vicente Luque versus Trey Sean Gore, like, it's not a bad fight, but this isn't, it's just not interesting. Like, this just isn't interesting to me because, here's what you really don't want. Having a way, oh, well, either of these guys, it could just toss up. This could go either way. That's not a bad thing, right? What is a bad thing is not caring who wins. I don't really care if Trey Sean Gore wins. I don't really care if Vicente Luque wins. Trey Sean Gore lost us, man. We all had, like, a lot of hype watching Trey Sean Gore. And I don't know, man. It's just like he's not that interesting of a fighter. He's not. Like, he was hyped up on the Dana White series. I think he missed his contract a couple times. And now he's here and he's just not really doing all that much. You know what I mean? I mean, whatever, right? Shitter light heavyweights. Neil Magny, placement in 2026, whatever. That's how you know it's going to be a bad night. This right here, this is what we're really showing up for. We're showing up for Orlabai. Like, we are showing up for this guy. I don't know if I said his name right. I never say his name right, but we're showing up for him because this is the guy. I really like this guy. I think he's dope. I know that he has had some. He had a bad loss. It was a couple years. I think it was 3 years ago. But Orlabai has been really, really consistent. He's a great fighter. So you have some good fighters on this card, but the matchups are just shit stain. And you really get to see that once we get towards the top of the card here. Like, not a bad fight by any means, but come on, bro. Like, this is a numbered event. This is a shit fight. Barboza's old as fuck. He's probably going to get fucked up, right? Don't care. I don't really care if Esteban wins because, like, he's not really at a crazy point in his career right now. I like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, man? And Jalen Turner comes back. Great. Who cares? This is just wow. Just wow. Right? I'm not like one of those guys who's just going to shit on the women's fighters for no reason, but like, this is objectively just poor matchmaking, man. Like, I don't even think Mackenzie Dern is interesting to watch. And I've never even seen, I don't know if I've ever, I don't know that I remember ever seeing this woman fight. So, Islam and Ian. It's not AI, by the way. That's not AI. That's real. That's what this guy is moving like on a daily basis. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what to say about that. I will say this. I think Ian Gary has the best shot of any fighter in the past, maybe ever, of any Islam fight. Like, I think Ian Gary has the best chance out of anybody that Islam has ever fought. He has the length, he has the reach, he has power, he has the striking, and he has the grappling to back it up. That said, I think Islam gets it done. I am going to predict Islam, but I could see Ian Gary pulling it off. And that's what sucks. I fucking just can't stand. I mean, most people at this point can't stand Ian Gary, man. Like, this guy is just such. I just fucking can't do it, man. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt for the longest time and just be like, yeah, he's a little weird, like a little weird in the MMA community, but like he like forces it, and he is like actively trying to just, yeah. Anyway, right? Saying like that, you know, oh, well, if women were in charge, that the world would be a better place or whatever. And, you know, I'm not going to get into my views on the world and the way it is, but I mean, saying that at all is just weird. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. And Mackenzie Dern herself, like, went and said that she didn't agree with this and whatever, but like, it's just a stupid fucking thing to say. I don't care if you think it's true or not. I don't care, but it's a stupid fucking thing to say because, like, bro, you have a fight coming up and this is what you're talking about because you are a cuck and your wife has you by the balls. You're not saying this because you genuinely believe it, you know? Like, you're just being performative. That's why it's annoying. That's why people are rubbed the wrong way. Now, there are people out there who think that that's ridiculous to say regardless, which is, I mean, you know, fine, but mainly the main problem with it is that it's just him being performative. So, yeah, I think Islam, I don't know. I don't think Islam's going to have much ability in the striking. I think the only way that the striking opens up for him is with the threat of the takedown, and I think you have to get Ian Gary down early to do that. So, I've seen Ian Gary fight a lot. I've seen Islam fight a lot. I will say that, you know, Islam never comes unprepared. He's always ready to go, except for Dustin. That fight was weird. He had staff. So, but I think it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be probably like one of the only actually good fights on this card. It's going to be one of the only good matchups on this card. So, I think Ian Gary can do it, but I want Islam to win, and I believe he will. I think it's I'm calling. I don't want to call a submission. I don't think he can submit. I think he can submit Ian, but I don't think he will. I'm just gonna call. I mean, I'd like to say Islam can get it done by a finish, but I just don't really see it happening. I think Islam by 5-round decision. Although I could see Ian Gary getting a KO, but you know, who knows? He couldn't even KO Neil Magny. So moving on, there is more to discuss. There's much more. Yeah. Overall, actually, a decent card. This is not a bad card. Like, this is a decent card. But this is atrocious. This is atrocious. This is the state of the UFC. This is where we're at. We're making Arman fight everyone and their mom before even letting him sniff a belt. But we'll throw Gaethje in there on a whim. And I don't care. Well, Gaethje got it done, bro. Clearly he was meant to be. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. He wasn't supposed to be there. The UFC knows it. It's their preferred champ. They'd rather have Justin Gaethje as the champ. They don't want Arman to be in that place. They don't want it to happen. So, fuck this, man. Like, I hope Arman goes out there and derails the fuck out of Ruffy in the first round. Because honestly, dude, like, good riddance, man. What are we doing, bro? Like, my God. Like, I can't. I can hardly explain how much this actually pisses me off because I like Arman and I want to see Arman have a chance. And because he acts like an MMA fighter, he does some stupid shit every now and then, but he's been pretty good for the past year. He's been competing in RAF a ton. He fought Dan Hooker, which was already the fight that was like, okay, this is really the fight that he has to take, and just, wait in line, wait your turn. And he's waited his turn, and now we're giving him Mauricio Ruffy, who's coming off of a win against Chandler, bro. Like, I don't know what to say more to say about it. That's it. Like, it's ridiculous. So, Arman, second round sub. That's all. I don't care if it's a good fight. I don't care if the fight is going to end up being entertaining. I don't care, bro. We're prolonging Arman, and we're wasting his prime by making him fight guys that aren't even in the top 5. Our last 2 opponents aren't in the top 5. And, we were going to get the Charles rematch, but I'm like, fuck off, bro. Fuck off. We were supposed to get Islam versus Ilya at UFC Freedom. We were supposed to get Cham versus John at UFC Freedom, and that neither of those... Yeah, we know they didn't happen. This is awesome. This is just 10 out of 10. Like, this is exactly what we need, right? This is what we need. I am so excited for this fight. I cannot wait. Pantoja is just that guy. He always has been. He probably always will be. And Joshua Vans, he's the new kid, and he's showing that he's got some real resilience. And, I mean, his striking looked beautiful against Tyra once he got going. He got held down by Tyra, who I do think, like, Tyra definitely has a size advantage over Pantoja and Van. And I think he is stronger. I don't think he's technically better, but I do think, like, he's probably raw strength stronger than Pantoja, or as strong as. But Joshua Van got taken down by a guy who I think is stronger and was able to get up multiple times and put some hands on him. Now, granted, I think Pantoja has a better shot on the feet than Tyra, because I think Pantoja, at least last time we saw his durability on display really against Moreno. Now, this granted was like 3 years ago, but he ate everything and still was coming forward. So if that happens, Joshua Van is going to be in trouble. I don't know that Joshua Van can last in a fight like that. We haven't really seen it yet. I mean, we saw it against Tyra, but Tyra was a little less game than Pantoja will be in that situation, I think. Now, I do also think that Pantoja is going to have the mental hurdle to do coming into this fight, knowing that he fucked up his arm last time. I think that is a factor. I don't know if you throw it as hard on game day. It's different, right? You can be drilling throwing it hard, but then on game day, when it's time to go, when it's fight night, and you're in there, right, that confidence might start to wane. So I'm curious as to where Pantoja's mindset is going to be. We won't really know until he's actually in there, right? Like, a guy can get up there and act like something and be singing Wonderwall on the stage and then, be dealing with an injury. So, or be dealing with some kind of mental battle on the inside. So I'm going Joshua Van with this. The odds are dead split, and I think that's completely fair, but I'm going Josh Van on this for sure. Now, I hated the way that this fight ended the first time. I hated the way that Joshua Van celebrated it like it was a real win. However, I do believe that Tyra fight earned him over with all the people that he lost by doing that, if not most of them, because Tyra was the next guy in line, and he beat him very, very fair and very square. A little bit of an early stoppage, but he went after him, and I think that it's going to be a fucking scrap. I think this is going to be a dog fight. I think Pantoja's going to put up a better fight than Tyra, but ultimately I think Josh can get him. So, I mean, the rest of this card is okay. We'll talk about that probably when we get closer. I also wanted to just briefly check in and talk about Quillen Sal Killed. Holy shit, this guy, man. I've been really, really riding this guy's hype train and pause, but I mean, he's for real. I mean, nobody gets in there and subs Gamrot in a round. Like, it took Charles 2, I think. Quillen gets in there and does it in 1. Scrambles with Gamrot, scrambles with him, and looks beautiful in the scramble as well. Striking looks clean. He stunned him early. He stunned Gamrot, like, immediately as soon as the fight started, and took him down, got the triangle, held triangle as Gamrot had some very game scrambles, and ultimately got the finish. What more can you ask for Quillen? And when I saw him in his last fight, I I was kind of like, you know, like it kind of killed a hype a little bit for me because I was starting to wonder, like, you know, okay, so we've definitely seen a little bit of like, okay, you know, he can have some issues, but I mean, still, this guy's out here getting wins and being more impressive every time he steps out there. So I don't know what more you can say, man. He did pass the fraud check. We love Quill and Sal killed. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, that's all that I've seen going on right now. Honestly, the MMA world is a little slow right now. We had a pretty hectic beginning of the summer, up until about the White House card. You know, it's gonna be bad. But yeah, you know, now we're here, and we're just gonna keep rolling in, and hopefully get through these fucking treacherous cards because my God. But yeah, you know, that's it.